And so this vision that I had as a 23-year-old was really the vision of Chicano theater. But there was absolutely no infrastructure whatsoever to support this concept. As far as American theater was concerned at the time, and I acted at San Jose State, these were basically walk-ons, and there were no roles for me. So I decided that I needed to be a playwright, I needed to be an actor, I needed to be a director, I needed to be a producer, everything. I had to build a whole infrastructure. Somebody had to build it. And so I didn't have a way to do it. And so I decided that the only way that this could be done is by tapping on to the energies of somebody that was doing something. And that someone turned out to be Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez, who was leading the Delano grape strike. I was born in Delano. I'd been a migrant farm worker. Actually, I picked ruins not far from here. Yeah, here in Saratoga and in Cupertino. You know, all these places now that are Silicon Valley, well, I knew them from the ground up, so to speak, as a kid. Maybe some of you did too, you know. But anyway, these experiences took me back to Delano, and El Teatro Campesino was born out of nothing. That's what Cesar taught us, to create something out of nothing, out of energy, out of spirit, out of your goodwill, out of your community spirit, your unity. And so El Teatro Campesino was born on the picket lines. But it was just a spark. It was just a beginning. A few years later, from 65 to 68, I was really inspired by the fact that the spark was catching on in other places. We were, by this time, in 1968, in a place called Del Rey, outside of Lost in the Vineyards, outside of Fresno. And we had our first Chicano theater workshop, summer workshop. And a group came from San Jose called Teatro Urbano. They had just gotten together on campus. And a group that was to become the Teatro Chicano came from Los Angeles. And we had our first Chicano workshop. It was a beginning. The following year, we had another one again. But we began to conceive of this thing called Tenaz, which was the Teatro Nacional de Aztlán. Negro here, Arturo Gomez, was one of the editors of our Tenaz newspaper. He's from Mexico City. We met him when he was part of Mascarones. Because early on, one of the links that we made was with Los Mascarones in Mexico City. And it was a way for us to expand our vision past the U.S. border and to see ourselves from a whole different international and also national point of view. It was very important. If we were going to be the National Theater of Aztlán, Teatro Nacional de Aztlán, we had to have an international point of view. We had to be bigger than what we were. And you know, that speaks to the idea again of a theater. I didn't know when I was 23 years old. I just want to be a playwright. I want to get on stage. I want to tell my stories. I didn't know the kind of support that it was going to take, even to support one playwright, one Chicano, male or female. Male or female. We had to get to a point where we had women playwrights also. That took a while. But the thing is that working together, well, it's been quite a while now. Teatro Campesino is 46 years old. Teatro Visión is 27 years old. There are other teatro companies, not quite as old, that are still going, that are working on that infrastructure. It's not easy. It's a day-to-day thing. Why is it important? It is important not just to sustain our democracy, because we need the voices of writers and artists and actors and plays. We need the voice of the community. And I've always believed that theater is a creator of community, and that community is the creator of theater. It is a foundation, it is a building block of democracy. Just like the old missions were put 20 miles apart, I think there should be a community theater every 20 miles. There should be one everywhere.